handing back the bullets. Children returning weapons after being caught up in Liberia's bloody and bitter civil war. Many had not even been born when the fighting began in 1989. Some were on the front line, some in support roles. Some were simply used for sex. Now a whole generation of children, not just those directly involved in the conflict, face an uncertain and difficult future. Jemo, who fled from Liberia when she was 11, has been living in a refugee camp in Sierra Leone for the last 3 years. Separated from her mother, she looks after her father, her brother and sister. Today there's new hope. She's about to go home.
I'm happy to go to see my mother and grandmother and all of them.
I just came to tell you goodbye. Okay. Small boy, see you again, yeah? You are going back to Liberia. Yeah. I'm going to remain here, yeah? I will be with you very shortly. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Jemo is about to join one of the first and biggest UNHCR convoys to return to Liberia for 3 years. But what will Jemo and the other refugees find when they get home?
Are you happy to go home?
Yes.
You are going to see your mom, eh?
Yes.
Okay, I wish you a safe trip. You travel well and God go with you. And we wish you a better life in Liberia.
Liberia's instability began during the 1980s as arbitrary rule and economic collapse led to civil war. Dissidents led by Charles Taylor overran much of the country and executed the president, Samuel Doe. But the rebel forces split and were soon fighting each other. Effectively, this left Liberia without a proper government. A peace treaty was signed in 2003, but the people, especially the children, are still picking up the pieces.
All children need to be guided, need to be protected, and need to be supported. And therefore, in conflict situation or in war situation, this system is broken down. There is no longer the community-based approach that has always been in place, because in African families, it's not only the father and the mother, it's also the community that helps to take care of the children. But when you have a war situation, that is broken down. It's no longer existing, and therefore children are more vulnerable than any other person in a conflict situation. From information that we had from our colleagues in Liberia, there are some counties that have been declared safe, and the place where we are taking refugees this morning has been declared safe. And the UNHCR responsibility is to assist those refugees who show their willingness to go back home. For us to really encourage refugees to go home is when we are sure that the whole of Liberia is safe for their return.
As the journey home begins, Jemo reflects on what she witnessed when she first fled her village.
Everyone was running. People attacked the towns, the villages. They were holding people, beating them, killing some of the people. So at the time, my pa said, let's go to Sierra Leone and register in a camp. They didn't catch me. At that time, Taylor was holding small boys, forcing people to join so that they would fight the war, his war. Some of them were under the age of 12, boys and children, all fighting. Those boys did things they were not supposed to do. They were forced to do it.
One of those boys was Moses, a young veteran of the war. He had been living with the fighters since he was 6. He's lucky to be alive.
As soon as the car came to the corner on the hill, they threw grenades at the car.